Hey guys, Antoine here. Okay, in this lesson, we are going to discuss emails and setting up your email in GetResponse or any autoresponder for that matter. Now, the way I'm going to proceed is I'm going to first discuss a few terms with you, what they mean, some important terms in email marketing lingo, and explain them to you. And then I'm going to give you 1 year's worth. Okay, we're going to set up an email and as an example, and then I'm going to give you a whole year's worth of training emails so you could share with your list. Okay, so let's get right into it. So email setup in an autoresponder. There are a few schools of thought, guys, on the best way to set up email. And what I mean by this is this. Let's just have a blank screen here, and I'm going to show you something. Okay, so what I mean by this, different approaches. Okay, so someone might tell you, well, just put selling emails, emails that just promote a product, and this email is going out to your list every single day. Perhaps 5 years ago that would have worked. Perhaps maybe a year ago that would have worked. But the thing here, guys, is this. Okay, and there are others who will tell you, well, not just selling, but also just send training stuff all the time, and then maybe once in a while, once a week, send some selling stuff. But here's what works, guys. And with all the BS out there, and why I say BS, because some people teach you stuff not really to produce results for you, but just from a theoretical sounding smart point of view. Here is what I have observed that works, and it's based on what converts for me and what I was taught, and I know it is correct. Here's why I know it is correct. Put yourself in the stance of a subscriber, someone receiving email, and ask yourself, of all the different lists you may have subscribed to, which one is the one that you have stayed on for the longest amount of time? Well, the one that subscriber stays on for the longest amount of time is the one that gives them the most value. So if value means you get free training, but also you're buying products that this person recommends and those products work for you, okay, and you're getting some results from that, then you stay on that list. So from your point of view now as a marketer, you want to give value to a subscriber. That's the first part. The second part, you want to make money from your subscriber list. So that's the two important things you need to focus on. Now, therefore, without doing much theory, what works for me, guys, is having, let's say if you want a number, okay, on a numbers basis, over a week period, and some people look at the week as 5 days or 7 days, because you may choose not to send email on the weekends. That's your preference. But over a week's basis, you want to be sending at least 2 free high value information emails. So let's say some training, at least 2, and you want to send at least 3 selling emails, okay? Stuff that you're promoting, be it your business opportunity or some affiliate product. So look at the numbers based on that as a ballpark figure. Some people, even like myself, send 2 emails per day. But I would say to you, I would recommend 1 email per day until you get a feel of how this works, because there's a different approach when you're doing like 2 emails a day. For it to work, okay? So 1 email a day or 1 every day, every other day, but I would say, hey, send 1 a day, and never be afraid when people unsubscribe from you, because in the early days when I saw unsubscribes, I was like, oh, they don't like what I'm doing. But that's not what it is, guys. People will always unsubscribe from your list, all right? And therefore, what you want to do is always ensure that you have a fresh set of subscribers opting in every single day. All right, so let's jump into the whole setup of your email messages into your autoresponder. So no more theory, let's be practical. There are a few words I'm going to introduce to you first before we get into our get response account. So let's head over to some terms here we need to clarify. First is follow-ups. A follow-up is basically that the email you set up, the sequential email you set up that is in your autoresponder, and you could set them up beforehand. So for instance, I'm going to give you about 50 emails. You could set them up for the year. They're 52 weeks in a year. So those emails represent basically you putting in one per week, or you could repeat by putting in 2 per week, and then they rotate every 6 months. But basically, your follow-ups is those kind of set and forget messages you put there. All right, so you set them all beforehand and they run automatically, a whole batch of them. The broadcasts are like messages you wake up in the morning. They may not have been pre-planned. As an example, an affiliate product, a fresh brand new affiliate product just hit the market and you want your list to know about it. So you draw up an email, you put a link in there and you send it off to your list as a broadcast. So the broadcasts are never pre-planned. You don't really plan them 3-4 days in advance. The broadcast would be stuff you set up occasionally as you get new information, as you get new products to promote, etc. Now, does that mean that you cannot set a broadcast up for next week? No, it doesn't mean that. You can time your broadcast for a specific time for it to go out. But the nature of a broadcast is that you don't really pre-plan the whole sequence of it. Okay, it's a less pre-planned setup, and you send out a broadcast whenever you feel to your list. So it's not there in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sequence like a follow-up is for even a whole year. Follow-ups may be there for like even a whole year, but a broadcast is, think of the news, guys. A news item, a broadcast, breaking news, you send this out as it happens. Okay, so that's the nature of a broadcast. And I'm just being layman. I'm just giving you a non-dictionary definition of it. All right. The next thing you want to know, guys, is double opt-in, single opt-in, and a thank you page. Now, we saw earlier where people would come into our landing page, and I'm going to just grab this landing page again so we could see and remind ourselves what this is about. So people would be putting the email and a name here. That's called opting in. Okay, they chose to come into our funnel. And double opt-in means that we want to have a second confirmation or a confirmation from them that they want to be in our list. So what happens after they've put the information in here is that they get a message that says, thanks for opting in. I've just sent you a verification message to your email account. Please go in there and accept the confirmation. Okay, so that's called double opt-in. They opt in once on the landing page and they opt in a second time in the email account. Single opt-in, though, is when they only opt in here and they are sent directly to whatever offer that we're promoting. Okay, directly to what we call the thank you page. Directly to the thank you page. So double opt-in, they opt in. They get an email, they opt in here, then they get an email, then they go to the thank you page. Single opt-in, they opt in here and go straight to the thank you page. So therefore, this leads us to what we call the thank you page. And a thank you page, guys, is wherever we send people after they have opted in, after they have completed single opt-in or double opt-in. And in this example, we set this up previously as single opt-in. Now, what's the importance of all of this? Basically, it's a concern with the spam or the quality of the opt-in. What that means is that when you have someone saying twice, I want to be in your list, that person is a less risky subscriber. they're saying I didn't do it by accident. I definitely want to be in here. And there's a regulatory body called Can Spam. They regulate and oversee all those autoresponder messages, etc. And their approach is, listen, hey, you stand on better footing when someone tells you, listen, twice, I want to be in your list. Because you can have some consequences which can be negative if someone, if they're single opt-in, and then you have a problem, which can be a serious type with that particular subscriber. And this has happened to people I know. It's happened to me, on the light side once. All right, guys. So this is what you need to know right now: double opt-in, single opt-in, and the thank you page. So what we want to do now, and you'll get more familiar with those terms as we work our system. What we want to do now is to set up our emails. So let's head over to our GetResponse account. Okay, so here's my GetResponse account. We're going to go here, and what we want to do is to go to make sure you're in the right campaign. So this is the campaign we're working on, test quad 5, and we want to go to messages. Now, what you need to be concerned about is the equivalent of the follow-ups, where we mentioned follow-ups previously. So the equivalent of follow-ups is create autoresponder. That's where you create your follow-ups. And also, after you've created them, you could manage them in manage autoresponders. And the equivalent of broadcast is create newsletter. Okay? And when you have created a broadcast or a newsletter, you could thereafter go and have a look at them and edit them and manage them. Okay? So at this point, we want to load some follow-ups. And in today's example, we're going to load one. And after I've showed you how to load this one, then you could do them yourself. And remember, I'm giving you a whole year's worth of training type email messages to load up. So our first message, guys, to create our follow-ups, we go to create autoresponder right here. Click on it. And we are going to head into here. So on day 1, so what we could do on day 1, 0. So we could leave it as 0. I'm more inclined to leave things as they are than to change them for other reasons. And we name this, just call it main. That's our main camp. Let's name it main for now. And choose message. You click here, create new email at the bottom here. Okay, or you could choose it, whichever way. And this one could go out on any day of the week. All right, so we leave this as is. We leave everything as is. We give this email message a name for our own benefit. Okay, now this being our first message in our follow-up sequence, we can name this welcome. All right, and you could say thanks for opting in. Opt-in. Okay. I would put this guys. Thanks. Great things ahead. Because the best of email messages creates expectation. Okay. So we name this there. I'm going to change this to I could leave it as that, but you could change it to different emails you have set up previously, email addresses you have set up previously. So I'm going to do this here. And then we go next step. And next step automatically saves our information we've just inputted. All right. We have a whole bunch of choices here. There are some beautifully formatted email styles, but okay, so they're all this gorgeously formatted emails here we could set up, or you could choose any of them. Choose any of them you like, whichever you like. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start from scratch. Okay, let's start from scratch. And of all these options here, I would simply choose this one. Okay, use this template. Okay, and you could see here you could add an image. So you can add an image if you have a logo, if your own photo, etc. And if you don't want this, you could go to the side. So what happens there, guys? Whenever you hover over any of those sections, a menu pops up, and you could just delete as you choose, or edit as you choose. You could downsize this if you want by dragging it, So I'm gonna take out the image section here and leave this section. Now they've already put some formatting in here, but we could delete all this good stuff. And here's what you want to do. So this is the first email someone gets from you. You want to put their name, always personalize it. And to personalize it, you click on this face kind of figurine here and go first name. Kind of be cool. I won't go first or full name. I'm going to go first name and say, welcome aboard. Something like this. A nice welcome message. Okay. You could put something, guys. Do it like you're talking to a friend. Okay. Don't mind all the theory out there about email messaging. Personalize it. We're building relationships, so do it like you're talking to a friend and build some expectation. Welcome aboard. You could say many things, but I'm going to do this one today. I'm going to say, I am excited about every single new person on my list, and as such, I give back some awesome stuff. Okay. I hope you're enjoying. Okay, no, I hope you've grabbed the free gift, whatever that free gift is. If it's the guitar thing or whatever it is. Please enjoy. And I will be sending a few more in the next couple days. Whatever. I mean, I'm just talking out of my head here. Okay. And see ya tomorrow, or something like that. Whatever. It's not the greatest, guys. This is on the fly, but I'm saying to you a welcome thing. You're not selling anything at this point. Okay? And just put your name down here. And whoa. My computer is acting funny here. Okay, and finally, you could go for your signature if you have a signature, or you could just put your name here. Automatically get response by default would put your signature in here. All right, guys. So that's it. Basically, a welcome email. You're not selling anything. You're simply saying, "Hey, thanks for opting in." Okay, and then you go next step. Now there are lots of stuff you could add on here if you choose to. So at this point, we have one message in the system, and we finally say save and publish. Okay, and don't send them this messages yet. Okay, that's fine. I have 2 subscribers. Remember, we were testing and we had 2 subscribers, and you can see the subscribers are in here right now. All right, guys. So we have one message in, and you want to go through the same process I just went through for every other day, and you could do this for a whole year, as I said, as long as you want. A whole year, 2 years, 3 years, it doesn't matter. What I normally suggest, here's what, guys, you need to put together a schedule for yourself. I would suggest once a week you sit down and you decide how many emails you're going to send off this week and what they would be, the follow-ups. If you don't have the broadcast as yet, do the follow-ups. And you may want to spread an email on day 1, day 2, whatever, and you want to, like I said, put about 2 free training, high value emails in there. And if you have something to promote, which you should, at the beginning of the week, you could set up a broadcast or follow-ups as you choose. So right here, you could do that follow-up. If you're already predetermined, I have something I want to sell this week. Now, the importance of understanding where broadcast comes in is that you want to not to have so many follow-ups in there that when you send a broadcast, it becomes very spammy. It's too much to your subscriber. Okay? So I would say to you, follow-up wise, make sure you don't have more than 2 on any given day. Because in my experience, if you send more than 3 emails to someone, you can get some high unsubscribes. All right, guys? Great. So we have done one, and that's a great example for you to get started. That's a welcome email. What I want to point out at this point is that if you want further training on this stuff, what you can do is go to your dashboard right here. Well, not even your dashboard. On any page in GetResponse, guys, you can just click the Help tab at the bottom. Go to the bottom of the page on any place in GetResponse you are. And there you will see in the Learning Center tons and tons of stuff. Tons and tons and tons of stuff. So get started with GetResponse. It's worth it, guys. You should be with GetResponse for a long time. So get to learn your tools, please. So whatever subject area, don't overdo it. You don't have to overlearn this thing. Just, you know, if you want to learn, for instance, how do contacts add themselves to my campaign, okay? Disable double opt-in, make it single opt-in, etc. All right, guys? So this is it. This is where we are. And finally, what you want now is to have a look at the emails I'm going to give to you guys. I'm going to give you a whole ton of them. So here you have 52 emails I'm going to give to you for free. And the way you want to use this is look at the subject matter, okay? Look at the subject matter and decide which one you want to go out next and after next, etc. So for instance, a great one would be, why is building a list important? So when you click on this one, guys, you double click on this stuff here. You want to then treat this top part as your subject. So I already have the subject matter for you. All right. So you're going to copy this. All right. And then this becomes your subject in your GetResponse email. And then you want to copy this, and this becomes the body of it, and your signature goes in here. So just delete signature, insert your name, etc. First name, you know what happens there, and this is it. This becomes your high value email. You do 1 or 2, 3 of them a week, etc. And in between, you're gonna sell stuff. So don't worry about the self-stuff part. On the next video, we will take care of that. And I'm going to show you some tweaks we will make to your sales funnel so we could be selling even from day one. Okay? So you haven't seen that part as yet. But from day one, we're going to make some tweaks so you could be selling stuff. All right, guys. So this is all you need to do for email. Setting up your emails right now. Go take action. Do it. Don't wait for tomorrow. Do it. Again, if you have difficulty, take this video link, give it to someone on Fiverr, pay $5 and get it set up for you. You have all the emails you need, spread them out, 2 per week, and then we will fill in the gaps with our selling emails on the next video. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.